So a few months, many months ago, you guys would have remembered me reviewing the cheapest wireless mouse and keyboard combo on Takealot, the Lekkermotion KM220. And a few, or maybe about a month or two back, you would have remembered one of the Tech on Takealot videos where we spoke about purchasing keyboards, wireless keyboard and mouse combinations or combos from Takealot. And I purchased a Logitech and I purchased the Lekkermotion KM220. Now it's time for us to do a full review of the Lekkermotion KM220, the sister or the bigger brother to the Lekkermotion KM210. Alright, how's it guys? So like I said, we've interacted with Lekkermotion before, and to put you into some perspective, the Lekkermotion KM210 is going strong at work and we've never replaced the batteries or anything yet. So, you know, that's a good thing to mention. Now, when it comes down to these devices, firstly, starting with the keyboard. The keyboard has dimensions of 450 by 160 by 24.5 millimeters. It's a full 104 key combo with your function keys, your arrows and your numpad, and this has a battery indicator. The keys have a 10 million click lifespan, and the keyboard itself is powered by a single AA battery. So when it comes down to the mouse, right, the mouse is a 3-button mouse, your left, right click and your center click. The mouse has dimensions of 116 by 62 by 38.3 millimeters. Like how I said, it's a 3-button mouse, and the buttons themselves have a 3 million click lifespan. The laser at the bottom for guidance and identification has a 1200 dpi reading ability. The mouse itself is also powered by a single AA battery, right? And both the wireless mouse and keyboard combo works over the 2.0 gigahertz range. So it's, you plug in a USB to your computer and then you can work. A funny thing is that many people on the KM210 are unable to find where the USBs are on the device. So looking at this device, the 220, you can see hopefully at the back there is a little slot that you have your USB dongle in, and then here you go, there's our USB dongle. And I made sure I include that in this video so that if anyone's ever trying to find it on this device, you know where to find it. So now, like how we mentioned, the device is a 2.4 gigahertz wireless USB combo mouse and keyboard, right? The distance is between 6 and 10 meters, depending on obviously building and all of those things. The keyboard itself, just like the KM210, right? This device is solely supported for Windows machines. So if you're looking for a cheap wireless mouse and keyboard combo to use with like an Ubuntu machine or to use with your Chrome operating system, this is not going to work. So this is supported all the way from Windows XP up until Windows 10. It likely is supported on Windows 11 as well, because the architecture is more or less the same for peripherals. It doesn't state that on the device. Now, after all the specifications and everything, let us start with a design test or a design look and a usability look. So starting here, right? Here we go, and here we have our wireless keyboard, right? So the keyboard, like how we mentioned, escape, all your function keys, your page up, down, your keys, and here. The design of the keyboard, this has very much better plastic, and even if you look at the plastic here at the bottom or even in the body itself, it does, let's be honest, it does look slightly cheap plastic. It's not going to look like premium. Well, I don't know what premium plastic looks like anyway, but this, as much as this is budget, let's call it budget plastic, it is sturdy and strong. It's not, you know, it's not that sort of bad quality or rubbish quality plastic. And if we flip this over and we look, you can see all we have is our slot here for our battery, and then all your drainage holes, if anything is spilled on the device. So these devices are spill proof as such. When it comes down to the mouse now, the mouse, same story, not much for us to consider. Battery hole, USB port, and then that's it. It has a little bit of rubber here. The scroll wheel does feel quite cool. And with that, let us go about conducting a sound test. So something to note is the fact that the keys themselves are very firm. There's a very nice feel on the keys. So as much as we're doing a sound test, we're also doing a typing and a feel test on the keys. The keys have a very good feel, as well as a lovely tactile feedback. Something I have just noticed is that some of the keys, the way that they're printed, the keys are slightly offset. So like, I don't know if you can pick it up, but the U is slightly to the right. Same thing with the T, the R, but I guess I'm just looking for things now. So yeah, I mean, the key feel is amazing, and the typing test as well. It's not creepy or, you know, that hectic tactile feedback. When it comes to the mouse is actually very quiet. Even the feel in your hand. The one thing I might note is that the mouse itself is slightly longer, so it sort of cushions, and I think that's why this is marketed as a more ergonomic device, because the back of the mouse, this part, is cushioning the bottom of your hand there, so that you're just not like there and you're scrolling. It's like you can cushion your entire hand and do your clicking and everything. When it comes down to the design and the usability of this device, I mean, even the fact of how the spacing at the bottom here is, it sort of raises your fingers so that you are more comfortable when you're typing. And I'm typing like literally most of my forearm is flat here on this, so it's kind of cool that this is much more ergonomic. And I mean, even if I drop the two kickstands, it provides very much the same function, or well, close to function. Now, after the typing test and everything, let us talk about this device itself. So the KM210, we knew that was a budget device. This device as well is very much a budget device. It's more ergonomic in the sense of it provides you more comfort and all of those things. Oh, well, obviously this is a budget device. It's more ergonomic. And with that being said, there's also actually a KM250 that I've seen on Takealot when I was doing research for this video. So when it comes down to price, this device retails for 159 Rand, but currently it's retailing for about 289 Rand. But generally, that's the price range of the device, 189. And the KM250 was actually marketed as the premium version of this Lekkermotion brand or Lekkermotion wireless mouse and keyboard combo. So maybe that's the next thing we need to get trying out, because the KM210 was the budget, this was the ergonomic, and the 250 is the premium. All in all, when it comes down to it, I mean, this was in the test when I was looking for a new wireless mouse and keyboard for my desk, and I obviously chose the Logitech because I felt like the Logitech would get me further. But these devices, even this, I mean, I would swap this out for the Logitech, no problem. It's just I chose that because that was my first option and a better feel for me, because I like the gray and that sort of thing. But if I had to use this device on my desk, it would perform 100% of its ability. And coming back to the KM210, I'm making a lot of reference to the KM210, is the fact that, you know, when I set out with that review, I said, oh, it's a short-term review and that sort of thing, and we don't know what's going to happen, we'll see with time. Well, time has told us, and I mean, even people in the comments of that video has told us that, hey, you know what, I've been using this device for going on 2 years and there's no problem. They've never even changed the battery yet. So these devices, as much as they are budget, as much as they are whatever, they provide on what they're meant to provide. And it's not like, oh, it's a budget device, it'll last you 6 months and then you need to go out and replace it. And that's the one thing I'm very, very happy about. When it comes down to the device, what would we rate this out of 10? I think this is getting a solid 7.8, and reason being, right, nothing wrong with the device, but the fact that this is limited just to Windows is sort of worrying, because as much as, I mean, I'm a Windows person as well, but if I wanted to take this, plug this into my MacBook or something, then I can't do that because this is only supported on Windows. So there's that. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, guys, if you want to check out this device, there's a link in the description below that'll take you over to takealot.com. But I mean, even if you do a simple Google, you'll find this device all over Google and many other retailers. If you do have any questions about the device, leave them in the comment section below. If you want to check us reviewing the KM250, make sure you leave a like rating so that we know, hey, we need to get the 250 grade. If you haven't checked out the KM210 review, links up there in the YouTube cards. But guys, thank you very much for watching. My name is Preshaan and I will catch you in the next video.